we got to get Colin to do is cut his hair.
Does Colin Kaepernick want to return to the NFL? Well, Michael Vick dished out some advice. He thinks will get him off the sidelines or get him onto the sidelines. Get a haircut. That's former NFL star Michael Vick's message for Colin Kaepernick. Vick told Speak for Yourself on Fox Sports 1 that it will help Kaepernick land a job as a QB, adding perception is everything. Kaepernick rocks a very full afro, like all of my generation did back in the 70s. But some believe his activism, not his hair, landed him on the sidelines. Before NFL games last season, you know, Kaepernick took a knee during the national anthem in protest of police brutality.
I'm not up here to try to be politically correct, but, you know, even if he puts cornrows in it, I don't think he should represent himself, you know, in that way in terms of, you know, just the hairstyle. Just go clean cut. You know, why not?
Michael Vick sounds like my great-grandfather. That's the kind of stuff he would say to me. Vick has apologized for his comments, saying they were taken out of context. Which part? He tweeted Colin Kaepernick's hair has nothing to do with him not being on an NFL roster right now. I only wish the best for him. I think he's a great kid who has a bright future. Let's talk about this. WUSA 9 sports anchor Frank Hanrahan is here to talk with us, along with Deborah Martin. She's an account executive here at Channel 9, social media guru, and a sports fan. So, Deborah, let's start with you. What do you think? Why is Colin Kaepernick not playing?
I mean, I think it's a combination of a few things, and I think that, and I was going to ask you too, Frank. I mean, does it compare to, you know, what he did when he was playing? How does his stats compare to other QBs? But I do think it's because he did take a stance in combination with other things. If he was the best quarterback and he took a stance, and you know, it might be a different situation. But because he wasn't the best, and this, it's kind of like a sticky situation.
Good point.
I think he's not getting picked up because he did take a knee, and he's just too much of a fire starter for any franchise that'll pick him up. It's too controversial, which to me personally I think is ridiculous. I mean, if he's my quarterback, I actually think I would be supporting Colin Kaepernick in what he's doing. But because it is still such a hot button issue, and because he kneeled during the national anthem, which to many, many people, I'm sure, including people here at Channel 9, is very important. It is to me too. But he was making a statement. But again, to your point, his stats weren't that great. There could be the possibility of him telling teams, I want to compete for a starting job. And that's why he hasn't been picked up. But I think it's because he took a knee.
Oh, okay, so what I'm hearing is he took a knee. That's a big deal, okay? But if he were a great quarterback, he could get you deep into the playoffs. You might overlook the fact that he took a knee. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, the ironic part is Michael Vick served, what, 2 years in jail for dogfighting. He got a second chance.
Right.
I mean, if you're going to weigh who should get a second chance here, I'm leaning towards Colin Kaepernick. It's unbelievable.
Michael Vick, a convicted felon.
Convicted felon.
Right.
Okay. And Kaepernick, no record.
Does great stuff, donates money.
Yeah, and he means well. And just the fact that Michael Vick said that, I'm sure you're going to touch on that too. I mean, it's just like, sit down.
What about the other side of this, though, okay? I stand for the national anthem. That's my choice, though. If you don't want to stand, that's your choice, and I respect your choice not to stand. However, when you take the position that I'm not going to stand, when you take the position I'm going to protest, don't those people who disagree with you have a right to then protest your action? Not hire you, not buy your jersey, not buy tickets, even if they want to boycott your game. I mean, isn't that the way it works?
I mean, yes, it is, but at the same time, he's playing football, and he's signed based off of his game, not based off of how he stands. He has a very national platform where he can be this person who stands up for what's right or stands up for what people aren't standing up for, and people look to that and say thank you and appreciate him for that. So
let's agree, a lot of hypocrisy in the NFL, okay? They were doing all the national armed services commercials, and everybody thought those were public service spots. The government was paying for that. The National Football League was taking money from the government to promote military service. I mean, you know, okay, so there's a lot of hypocrisy there. We'll all agree on that. But again, I mean, you're drafted. They tell you what team to go to. They tell you what they're going to pay you. It's the business you're in. You give up a lot of rights to be a pro athlete, right?
And here's the other
in
thing
exchange
too,
for a ton of money.
He is on a very long list of backup quarterbacks that should be in this league. You look around who is getting signed before Colin Kaepernick. That's when people are saying, wait a second, is a fix in to not sign him because he took a knee? I think so.
Right. You think so?
Yeah, I mean, just to go off of that, that has to be what it is. There's other people, you know, that are signed to be QBs that are, you know, not as good as Kaepernick, but he's still not signed. So
there are a lot of people throughout history that have taken strong position stands and had to pay a price for that. Absolutely. A lot of people in the civil rights movement can attest to that. Thank you both very much. Good conversation.